There are prayers on my screen. You can repeat with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकांत राधा कांतरम तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुति देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे. So welcome to Bhakti Steps. We are reading chapter 13 of Bhagavad Gita, and we were in the section of 8 to 12 verses, going through the qualities that Krishna is saying that a knowledgeable person should have. Okay. Keep yourself mute, only unmute when you want to ask a question. Okay. So we went through first 6 qualities, and we'll try to complete the rest of the 14 qualities more. So just repeating on the accepting a spiritual master. This is very, very important. Anything that we have to learn in this world, right? Even material subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics, economics, medical, finance, we need a teacher, right? If someone says I learned how to swim by reading 20 books of swimming, 20 books of swimming, if I read, will I ever be able to swim? No. You need a teacher who will teach you actually how to swim. So anything in this world, we have a guru, we have a teacher. And for spiritual life, it becomes even more important. Okay. So under the direction of the guru, we serve him, and while serving him, we he teaches us the shastras, and then we follow his instruction, and we progress in bhakti. So this is a short way of advancing in bhakti, is to follow the instructions of the spiritual master. Cleanliness is external by taking bath every day, and internal mind cleansing is chanting the holy name of Krishna. So the the nama of Krishna is not different from him. Like one may call, if you are thirsty, then you need water, right? And you may say water, but that doesn't quench your thirst. You need the actual object water. So the object water and the word water are two different things. Getting? That is the nature of material world. A word that is there in this material world, which you and me, everybody uses, the object and the word are two different things. We need the object, and thus the word doesn't satisfy us. That's what. But when we talk about spiritual names, the holy name of Krishna, the nama of Krishna, that is non-different than Krishna. When we chant Krishna, Krishna is on our tongue. When we chant Krishna, Krishna is in our ear, is on our heart, like that. So the person Krishna and the name Krishna are one. That is spiritual. Okay, so spiritual nature is like this. And when we chant the holy name of Krishna, Krishna says what he does. He says, Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadhu Jeevanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Stapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, meaning our heart is like, or let's say our mind is like a mirror, and there's a lot of dust on that mirror. So naturally, we want to clean it, right? We want to clean that. How will you clean the mirror? Using a cloth, a wet cloth, some spray, right? That's how you clean. But how do you clean the mirror of your heart, the mirror of your mind? For that, you need a detergent, you need a soap, you need that kind of water, you need that kind of spray, which is, oh, Krishna. Sorry, light went off. You can hear me, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Uh, the light has gone. Yeah, just hold on. Hold on for a minute. इकडे ये बेटा इकडे. Okay. There we go, finally. Okay. Sorry for this disturbance. The light only went off. Okay. No, you go better. So. Where's mommy's own mobile? Yeah. Okay. So I was talking about chanting the holy name of Krishna. So that is spiritual. So we need a soap which is not made of matter. We need a soap that is made of spiritual, and that is the holy name of Krishna. That will clean our heart. So Krishna says that will clean our heart. Can you give me an example where the holy name cleaned the heart of a person and that person became a sadhu, a rishi muni? Example I will give you, a hint I will give you is from Ramayana. Can you think of that?
Valmiki
Yes, Valmiki Rishi, right. So Valmiki Rishi, before he was Rishi, he was a dacoit. Yeah, he was a dacoit. And he used to kill people. So once he met Narad Muni, and Narad Muni explained him the karma and told him, such karma can come to you. So, you'll suffer basically. So then Valmiki, at that time his name was Ratnakar. His name was Ratnakar. So he then surrendered to Valmiki, to Narad Muni, like, accepting the spiritual master. So he made um, Narad Muni as a spiritual master, and he said me, you instruct me, what should I do? So Narad Muni thought a lot, and then he said, the quickest way for purifying is to chant the name of Lord Ram. So you chant the name of Lord Ram, Rama, 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 Rama. Now Ratnakar, he was such a dacoit that he couldn't chant the name Ram. When he heard Ram, he heard Mara, because he had always killed, right? So he said Mara, Mara, Mara. And Narad Muni said, okay, you start with Mara, you'll end up with Ram. So then he chanted Mara, 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 Ram, 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 Ram. After many, many years, he perfected his life and he became Rishi Muni. Okay. So, and then he became such a Rishi Muni that Lord Ram took his association. He could write Ramayana. Hmm? And when Lord Ram had to decide where to send Sita, because he had to abandon Sita, he had to give up Sita. He didn't give up like, just throw her on the road or something. He was thinking where to give Sita. And of all the Rishi Munis at that point, he chose Valmiki Rishi. He chose Raj. So you can understand such a pure person he had become. That Lord could, that Ram could think of, this is the safest place for my Sita, for my Lakshmi. See, if you have some Lakshmi, that is, if you have some dhan, if you have money, if you have gold or something, and let's say you are going out for a month, you will think of keeping that gold and silver and diamond, everything in a safe place, right? And then you will keep thinking, which place is the best place? Isn't it? Yes or no? Can you tell me which place is the best place if you are going outside, for a month or two? You don't want to keep it at your home. What are the options? What do you do generally? Where do you keep your gold and silver?
Bank,
Tell me.
bank Guruji.
Bank is one of the answer. Anyone else? Anyone else? Do everyone keep it in the bank?
Almira in under lock and key.
Yeah, on the lock and key. Fine. You may give it to your parents. हम बाहर जा रहे हैं, आप ख्याल रखो, right? Why? Because you have that trust. You have that trust on bank. You have that trust on your parents. You have that trust on someone, right? Sister or brother, whatever. So that trust should be there. So Lord Ram had that trust that, if I give Sita, and she'll be safe in Valmiki Rishi Ashram. So the chanting of Lord Ram's name purified his heart, and he became clean inside. Internal cleaning happened. So this is the process that we are also doing. Okay, Lord Chaitanya also came and said us, chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and you will internally clean. Okay. Steadiness means determined to make progress in spiritual life. When we are advancing in spiritual life, we are practicing, there will be some ups and downs. In the periods of downs, we won't give up. We will still continue. Whether we get pleasure or not or something, we'll do it as a duty. That is called a steadiness. Self-control. Reject anything unfavorable to spiritual advancement. Um, there are many things that come to my mind. I'll tell two things. One is of Haridas Thakur. How many of you have heard about Haridas Thakur? You can speak. I won't be able to see the chat. So Haridas Thakur was at the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually, and he was born in a Muslim family in Bangladesh. And somehow from his childhood, he was so attracted to chant the name of Lord Hari that he would keep chanting, and the Muslims didn't like it. So they beat him at 22 marketplace, and still he survived. And then he left Bangladesh, he came to Bengal, which is our in India. Hmm? And there he associated with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. And then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri, he lived there. And he was always chanting the holy name of Krishna, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. he would chant 192 rounds per day. That is about 20 to 22 hours per day. Just 2 hours of sleep and then just chanting, chanting, chanting. Seeing his such dedication, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him the name Namacharya Haridas Thakur. He's a Nama Acharya. So in his life, there comes a very amazing incident where he was chanting in his kutir, and some merchant became envious that this Muslim person is getting so much attention. I will break him. You know, and the way to break holy people are, if they do something which is against the four regulative principles. So he sent to him a very beautiful prostitute. He sent to him a very beautiful prostitute, and when that prostitute came to him in the night, he said, I have to complete chanting, I have to complete my rounds, so I won't come with you. And she just stood, and he kept chanting, and the whole night happened. And like this, 1 day, 2 day, 3 days happened. At the third day, because she was hearing the holy name, she was not chanting the holy name, she heard the holy name from Haridas Thakur, that she transformed within 3 days. And she told, I am a prostitute, I came to disturb you, but you have purified my heart. And she became disciple of Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur instructed her, you take this kutir, you chant the holy name in front of the tulsi. And then she kept chanting. She shaved her head, and then she became a great devotee. So to reject anything unfavorable to spiritual advancement. So when such a beautiful girl came in front of Haridas Thakur, he rejected her in a very interesting way. But ultimately he didn't associate with her. You see? And that is self-control. That is self-control. So whatever is unfavorable, breaking four regulative principles, that we should avoid. Anything else which is unfavorable? Can you tell me what is unfavorable to spiritual advancement? If some friend comes and says, let's go here, let's go there, and those places may not be very favorable for Krishna consciousness. Pubs, disco dance, not so favorable place. So to say no to that is self-control. Getting? 10th, renunciation of sense objects. Renunciation of sense objects. Sense object means, our senses need something to be satisfied. Our tongue needs something, to eat. Stomach needs to be satisfied, right? Our touch needs some touch, beautiful soft things to touch. So I will show you in the, I have a very nice PPT. Okay. Each of the senses needs some objects. Okay. We see children, like if we keep some very attractive thing to them, they find it very difficult to control themselves, right? Self-control is if they can control themselves, their desires and all. That is self-control. Okay. Okay, I don't have it here. Hmm. Oops. Okay, light again went. Just hold on for a few seconds. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't have that PPT. We'll go back here. Hmm. So, our senses require some things. So that much only we will satisfy. That is one thing. We will talk about this in 14th chapter better. Right now, I'll just rush through. Absence of false ego. False ego means what? There is something false in our identity. Ego is something identity. I am so and so person. So there is something false in that. What is this false? The false is to consider whatever temporary designations that we have is to be is our true designation, is our eternal designation. That is the false thing in it. Okay, our right understanding is I am servant of Krishna, I am Krishna Das, and this body and mind that I have a temporary thing to it. So till I am in this life, I will follow that temporary designation, but within my heart I will know that I am servant of Krishna. I will align all my activities in such a way that ultimately I am able to serve Krishna through my dharma and through my karma, through my dhan, through my life, through my words, like that. So that is the absence of false ego concept. Perception of evils of birth, death, disease, and old age. Now, once Yudhishthir Maharaj was asked the question, "What is the greatest wonder in this world?" Can anyone answer? What is the greatest wonder in the world?
Everyone think that I will not die.
Huh, right. So Yudhishthir Maharaj said that person sees that everyone else is dying around me, but that won't happen to me. That is the greatest wonder. Wonder means, अरे इसको समझ में नहीं आया है क्या? Like that. Or such a what to say, um, simple thing he should have understood, but he's not understanding that. So that's why it is called.
Papa, I want to call mom. I'm gonna stay here only, Papa. I'm gonna call. Don't worry, Papa. I'm gonna stay here and call my mom.
Sorry. So yeah. So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, that one may see everyone else dying, but he may think he won't die. That is the greatest wonder. He didn't say pyramid is the greatest wonder or Taj Mahal is the greatest wonder. Harivansh, I need to believe. Huh? Taj Mahal is the greatest wonder. No. Similarly, there is a very nice story of Siddhartha, who 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 followed the Buddha religion. Throughout his life, he was kept within the palace only. So he never saw what is going outside the palace. One fine day, when he became a young boy, he somehow got the opportunity to go outside. And when he went outside, he saw there was an old man, very old man, bones. You could see that bones. Then he saw a diseased person. He was having some disease. He was shouting, crying. And then he saw death. They were taking some body somewhere. And he asked, "Where are they taking?" Then he said, "This is death. The person has died. Now they will put to fire." Hearing all this, Siddharth got up and he he left the kingdom and he went to meditation.
Oh, they get some cookie tata.
Harivansh. बंद कर. बंद. So
Okay, mommy.
so then he understood and then he took to nirvana. Basically, the meditation process to get nirvana. So one should have this understanding that, disease, old age is coming, death is coming, birth is coming. When we have this understanding, we'll be serious. So it is said like this, that if you are doing business, you should do business thinking that you're going to be there forever. And when you do spiritual activities, you should know that anytime you can die, right? So if we think, when we are doing business, we should think that I'm always going to be there, because otherwise we may not do that business with enthusiasm. If we come to know, array tomorrow, is the last day or something, we won't be able to do the business. So, but when it comes to spiritual life, we should do it with the understanding that, you know anytime I can die. So that will give us seriousness, impetus to be sincere in our practice of Krishna consciousness. So that's the advantage of knowing these things. Hmm? See, materialistic people also know these things, but they don't contemplate, they don't hear from the Shastra. For them, they think that this is just one life, huh? and after that, there is no more life. But a devotee knows from Shastra that there is life after this also. And in the WhatsApp, I shared videos of a true story of reincarnation, which happened in the 1980s. You must have seen that video. So from the Shastras, when we hear such thing, this helps in our seriousness in spiritual life. Then is detachment. Detachment is to be ready to sacrifice everything for Krishna. Um, we yesterday talked about the 6 Goswamis, right? Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami. You remember? So they wanted to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri, but they were the ministers. So they gave up that position. And they joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is said that they had so much gold, so much money they had, that boats would be filled. Big huge boat would be filled with that gold and everything, of which 50% they donated and 50% they gave to their relatives, and they used some to run away. So such a high position they were in, but when it come to Krishna, they gave everything. Now, how we should follow this detachment? Can you tell me how we should follow the detachment? What is your thought process? Can you share? I gave you the example of 6 Goswamis. What do you think? Any thoughts?
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
actually, by whatever we have gone through the Gita course, we realize there is nothing permanent. And anyway, we have to go, we will definitely one day we will die. And Lord has already arranged for the minimum requirement. If we stick to our minimum requirement and whatever, without any expectation, then slowly your detachment will start once you enter into the bhaktis.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? How will you bring this detachment in your life?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Yeah.
प्रभु जी, डिटैचमेंट मतलब भगवान को सेंटर में रखकर जो भी काम करना हो, वो एक टाइप का डिटैचमेंट है। मतलब एग्जांपल जैसे खाना खाने की जो अटैचमेंट है हमारे, मतलब खाना खाना चाहते हैं लेकिन हम लोग खाना ना सोचकर वो प्रसाद सोचकर खाए। और घर को हम अगर हमारे घर देखते हैं तो ये भगवान का मंदिर है, ये सोचकर करना। दिस आई थिंक ये डिटैचमेंट का एक पार्ट है।
Okay. Yeah, good. So, so the thing is, na, we don't have to forcibly become detached. Few things we have to forcibly become detached. Which are those? The four regulative principles: meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex. We have to forcibly detached. मतलब उसमें फोर्स डालना है, उसमें we have to be determined कि ये तो करना ही नहीं है, right? Now everything other than that, we have to connect it with Krishna. Like Mataji was saying, we are eating food. So we will prepare vegetarian food, we'll offer it to Krishna, वो बन गया प्रसाद, and we'll eat only prasad. ठीक है? And whatever we'll earn, some part of it we will give in Krishna's service. You getting? And by doing all that, we will develop detachment. Now, how that happens, Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita. We'll go to that shloka. Param drishtva nivartante. In the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, this particular verse comes. Param drishtva nivartante. Yeah. विषयावनि वर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनां रसवर्जम रसोपि अस्य परम दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते. Param drishtva nivartate means if you get a higher taste, it is very easy to leave a lower taste. That's it. Meaning, there is halwa and there is poha. Once a person tastes halwa, he will easily give up poha, right? Because he has tasted something higher. And when he has tasted higher, then lower taste automatically bhag jate hai. They run away. You are not even attached to that. You get it? So this detachment is a process where we attach more to Krishna, and then we experience higher taste, and then all that thing were obstructing us in Krishna consciousness, they go away. We automatically become detached. We don't have to put a lot of effort. We have to become attached to Krishna, and the detachment automatically comes. It follows like that. So we have seen in our own lives, some things we thought that we would never give up, but after coming to Krishna consciousness, we gave up very easily. We gave. Can you share what are the things that you gave up so easily and you thought that you would never give up? Any example you think?
Tea,
Coffee,
coffee,
Prabhuji.
Yeah,
onion.
tea, coffee. Yeah. A lot of people are having that.
Coffee.
What about
Onion
cricket?
garlic,
Cricket?
cricket, watching TV, movie.
Watching TV or movie, faltu and all that. So, some things we had to forcibly give up, right? But some things automatically happened. उसमें ज़्यादा effort भी नहीं लगा, right? So that is the secret of detachment. कि the more we become attached to Krishna, we will become detached. Yeah, good. I remembered a very nice incident. So there was one Mataji who used to come in Bhakti Viksha, and she shared, how she developed this detachment. So she said, whenever she goes to shopping, she purchases diamonds because somehow she likes diamonds very much. Now you can imagine how much rich she is. Okay, that she goes for shopping and she is able to purchase diamond. Okay, so she said that was natural for me. I would go out and I would purchase diamond because I like diamonds. She was very rich lady. And one day what happened is she bought one diamond, and in her house there was Krishna deity. So she placed the diamond on Krishna's, mukut or somewhere. And she thought, Krishna looks so beautiful. And then she started bringing more diamonds, and she was placing this, making diamond necklace, diamond, hath ka and pair ka, like that, jewelry she was making for the deity. And afterwards, she was thinking that, am I buying diamonds for myself or I'm buying diamonds for Krishna? And then she concluded, now I'm buying diamonds for Krishna only. I'm not able to buy diamond for myself. So she said, I have become detached now. That I like diamonds, but now I want those diamonds only to be on Krishna. I don't want diamonds on myself. And she shared this thing that happened over a period of time. So when we serve Krishna, our attachments, they go away automatically. We don't have to put a lot of effort. So yeah, 14 point, no entanglement with wife, children, etc. See, the word entanglement is used. What is the meaning of entanglement? What is the meaning of entanglement? Hmm? What is the meaning of entanglement? I'm showing you on the screen. Like, this fish is entangled in the net. Can you come out of this? Can the fish come out of this? Can the fish come out of this? Come on, tell me. Yes, no? Can this turtle come out of this entanglement?
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So, what it is saying is that in our married life, we should not become like this, like the fish caught in the net. We should be able to detach ourselves. Hmm? So, what it says is no entanglement, but it says affection is allowed. Affection means love is allowed. There is no problem in loving wife, husband, children, relatives, but it should not be entangling. Entangling मतलब वो खुद में बाधा नहीं होनी चाहिए कि अरे हम उससे बाहर नहीं निकल रहे. You are getting? It should not become a net. What is the great thing about a spider net? Can you tell me? There is one great, amazing thing about a spider net.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, जब कोई कीड़ा उसके अंदर जाता है तो वो फंस के रह जाता है, निकल नहीं पाता.
Okay. But what about the spider?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, स्पाइडर खुद बनाता है नेट और खुद ही उसके अंदर फंस जाता है.
No, वो कभी नहीं फंसता उसके अंदर. That is the great thing about spider net. Okay. He is not entangled in it, even though the net is there. So, the net of wife, children, relatives, everything, swajana is there. Okay. But the devotee is like a spider. He is not affected by that. You're getting? A spider is never caught in his own net. Okay. Who is caught in his own net?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, ये स्पाइडर नेट जो है वो ये मेटलिस्टिक वर्ल्ड है, और जो उसमें फंस जाते हैं जो इंसेक्ट्स हैं वो मनुष्य है, जीव आत्मा है.
Right. Yeah, but जो spider है, but if a devotee becomes like a spider, then externally one may see, अरे ये तो net के अंदर है, he's inside the net. But because a devotee is like a spider, he can come out of it. He never gets entangled. But other beings, they are like mosquitoes. They are more interested in, what is this net? Let me go through. Let me try to enjoy, and they become फंस जाते हैं उसके अंदर. कौन फंसता है? One who creates the cocoon under, around him, वो फंसता है. Okay, so we have to become like a spider, not like a silkworm जो खुद के कुकुन के अंदर ही फंस गया. You got it? So so that is what it means. It means that of course we have such a big family and all that, but we are like a spider. वो नेट से हम बाहर निकल सकते हैं. And that will happen only when we will see them in connection of with Krishna. See, this entanglement comes when we see them in connections with us. This is my wife, my children, my husband, my parents. But devotee बनने के बाद, yes, this is my wife and she is part and parcel of Krishna. These are my children and they are part and parcel of Krishna. So the whole point is I will engage everyone in Krishna's service. If they like it, great. If they don't like it, fine. So when we connected with Krishna, then that attachment is not there with them. Okay, that bodily attachment is not there. The attachment transcends, it becomes spiritual. समझ रहे? Then you don't get entangled. I'll give you one example. Suppose a company sends a worker to another city, and when he goes to the city, he gets a room to stay, in a 5-star hotel. He gets a car which the company has provided so that he can go and meet all the customer. And that car supposed to be happens, like a Mercedes or a BMW. And 1 week he's going to be there, he's meeting customers, everything, he's sealing deals and all that. And after 7 days, now he has to leave. But then he starts thinking, this is mine. This hotel room is mine. This car is mine. This is everything is mine. This credit card the company has given, this is also mine. Is it really his? No, it belongs to the company, right? And if he keeps those things to himself, what will happen? He'll say, okay, let me take this car home. What will happen? What will happen? Can he do that?
No, Prabhuji.
He'll be basically caught, right? There'll be a police case against him. And the simple answer will be, this doesn't belong to you. Why are you so attached to it? You have entangled with it. Now you understand? खुद का ही जाल बना के खुद ही फंस गया. Like that. That is entangled. But when he sees that this car belongs to company, I have to give it back. And then he can easily give it back. अरे ये company का है, I have to give it back. That's it. That much is only required. So devotee is like that. Right now, we are in this world. We have, family relationship with so many people. But we know they all belong to Krishna. And one day we have to leave. At that point, we won't be attached because we'll see them. They are connected to Krishna. For some time, they were under my care and with me, connected with me. Now this connection is going to be ended. So that's how you don't become entangled, and you at the same time be detached to them. At the same time, you offer affection and love to them. Okay, you can do all these things. An external person may think, this devotee is like any other materialistic person. He's loving his family. But the only thing is, within his heart, he knows that his family belongs to Krishna. So he does everything for them so that everything they can grow nicely, physically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually also. He does the duty on all these 4 platforms, and that's how he doesn't remain entangled. Okay. Even-mindedness means not elated or distressed at material gain or loss, possible by performing unbreakable devotions. Even-mindedness का मतलब है कि see we may sometimes get success, we may sometimes get failures. We won't get carried away with that success. We won't get carried away with that failure. Are failure too much, and then day night we are crying. No. Or success. We got this success. Now I will have party, everyday party. We won't get carried away with all these things. We will be, even minded. Okay, fine. I got some success. Fine. Okay, I'm happy now. But I will not get carried away with it. See, people get carried away, right? If a loss happens, they get carried away. I won't do business at all now because I went through this loss. No. You do your duty. Or sometimes success happens. And then they get pride. And they forget everything. So even mindedness is to be grounded to reality, grounded to balance, to equanimity. In that way, what happens is we don't get carried away with the gain and loss, and we are focused on our duty, and we are focused on our spiritual life. If we get carried away, it will become a big problem. We may give up Krishna consciousness. Okay, unalloyed devotion, ananya bhakti. So we engage in the 9 processes of bhakti. Which are the 9 processes of bhakti? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Like that. Those 6 processes we follow. Ananya Bhakti. Aspiring to live in a solitary place. Solitary place matlab kya? Actually it means forest. Forest is a place where other human beings are not there. So you're all alone. But does it mean that? Well, it means that where materialistic people are not there, we won't be there. But when devotees are there, we'll be there. Okay. So we won't overtly mix with the materialistic men. See, sometimes we have to do. Why? Because we have to, perform our duty. We have to meet people who are non-devotees, who are materialistic in nature. And in that way, we have to just say hi, hello, and, do our deal, whatever work we have, and then come out of it. That much we have to do. We don't have to mix them. Mix in sense, we don't have to open our heart and tell them our secrets and all that. No. Just for that business. That is enough. But where there is devotees, we'll go and associate more. And there we will open our hearts to very sincere, wise devotees. And we'll learn from them how to advance in bhakti.
I'm going to call her.
She's coming now. Okay, 18. Detachment from general masses. It is similar to the above thing. It is detachment. It is very similar. Aspiring to live in solitary place. Detachment from general masses. Very similar. Accepting the importance of self-realization. Now, this means that spiritual life is very, very important. I will cut down on unnecessary things like sporting, cinema going, social activities, wastage of time. Okay. Now, on this, I want to ask a question. Is picnic, vacation also involved in this? Picnic, vacation. Can you tell me how do you handle this thing? घर वाले बोल रहे हैं, सब जो बोल रहे हैं, चलो let's go for picnic, let's go for some vacation. But Bhagavad Gita is saying self-realization is very important. We should not do such things. So how do you reconcile? How do you reconcile? Any thoughts?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
बोलिए।
प्रभु जी, in that case, अगर फैमिली है, पिकनिक है, तो जाना भी चाहिए। जाकर हम लोग एज ए एंटरटेनमेंट उसको ना समझकर उसको एक मतलब बिकॉज सब एक संग होंगे, एक साथ होंगे, वो आप सकते हैं जैसे। और जो मतलब जो स्पिरिचुअल को नहीं मानते हैं, उनको आप एक साथ होकर समझा सकते हैं कि ये
ठीक
ये
है.
है
See, the thing
और
is na,
हमारे लाइफ में
yeah, see, we cannot explain to everyone. That is also there. They may get offended also. Okay, so it's not like we have to keep preaching. Okay, so here is the understanding. At this point, Krishna is saying importance of self-realization, right? And then giving up these activities. In the same Bhagavad Gita, he says another thing. He says, yukta arasya bodhasya yukta chetasa recreation. Okay, yeah. So we'll understand from Krishna only how to handle that. Yeah, this is the verse. This is which chapter? I think 8 or something. 6.17. Okay, so Krishna gives us a understanding, and we'll focus on that and we'll discuss on that. 6.17 था 18 था 17 6.17 युक्त आहारस्य विहारस्य युक्त चेतसु कर्मसु युक्त स्वप्न बोधस्य योग भवति दुःख. So what is Krishna saying? Krishna is saying we have to be regulated in the habits of eating, sleeping, recreation and work. See, in this recreation, this picnic, vacation, where it is, okay. Picnic, vacation, sporting, cinema, social activities are all there. Okay. Now, Krishna is saying one thing here, that we have to be regulated. What is the meaning of regulated? Regulator. Regulated means not too much, not too less. Okay, control mein hai, right? Control mein hai. So our recreation should be under control. Let me ask you these questions. Did the Pandavas have recreation? If you read Mahabharata, did they have recreation? If you read Ramayana, did they have recreation? Did they have sports? Tell me, did they have sports or no? Did they have dramas? At that time, there was no cinema, but there were dramas, there were dance, right? There were picnics also. There were social activities also. Yes or no? Were they not, or they were?
वो महाभारत में तो मतलब खेल ये सब होते थे हमने जैसे कि सुना
So
है.
this is what I'm trying to say. See, these things were there. Okay, sporting was there, cinema or drama was there, social activity was there. Okay, some time pass was also there. What is Krishna saying is, where are we? You keep it regulated. Okay, keep it regulated. Control में रखो. Yukta. Yukta. The word yukta is called as regulation. उसको कंट्रोल में रखो. ऐसा नहीं कि all day immersed in sports. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Sometime we have to give to eating, sleeping, waiting, defending, because this is we need. तो उसमें एक्स्ट्रा वैगन्स नहीं होना चाहिए. एक्स्ट्रा वैगन्स का मतलब क्या है? एक्स्ट्रा वैगन्स मींस एक्स्ट्रा नहीं होना चाहिए, उतना ही होना चाहिए जितना कि जरूरी है. See, we need few things to eat, right? Otherwise we cannot live. So what we'll eat only vegetarian food. We have to sleep properly. If we sleep very less, we won't be able to function. Defending, mating, ये सब कुछ कंट्रोल में होना चाहिए. You're getting? So if we go for sporting, dramas and all that, we should be keeping it under control, and we should do only those sportings, those cinemas, those social activities which are in line with the Shastra, which don't break the 4 regulative principles. You're getting? Sometimes social activities, people say let's go and drink. A devotee will say no, I will take juice. We will go to juice bar instead of Alcohol bar will go to juice bar. Cinema going, a devotee will say, I don't want to see cinemas which are talking about four regulative principles and breaking them. I don't want to see those things. Sporting, a devotee will play sport to be healthy, not like उसमें डूबे हुए है पूरा. He won't do gambling on that sport. If he has ability to excel in sport, he will do that as a duty, as his job or something. Otherwise, the devotee will use the sports to recreation, to keep one's body healthy, or sporting activity like that. So both things it means, okay. It means to be regulated in our recreation. Then only we can practice yoga system. Now, having said that, pure devotees may not even look here. They may have zero activity in this section. Pure devotees like Sukdev Goswami, Narad Muni, they will have zero activities in that. But another set of pure devotees who are living in a married life, they will have all the sporting, cinema going, social activities and all that. Like Pandavas, they were kings, so they would sometimes have sports. They would watch dramas and all that. They will have social events, like that. But it is what it is. It is regulated. It is yukta. Now you understand? So depending on our level in devotional service, depending on our purity in devotional service, we will decide whether to altogether give up or not. Okay? Somebody is on the level of Prahlad Maharaj and on the level of Narad Muni or Sukdev Goswami, he will completely give up all these things. And devotees like us, because we are living in a family and all that, we have to do all these things. If we don't do all these things right, our family will be unhappy with us. You're getting? Our family will be unhappy. So we have to make sure that all these things, sporting, cinema going, social activities, are done in mode of goodness. Like previously, people used to go for vacation, meaning that it was not called vacation. What was it called? Pilgrimage. And that was the happy moment for the whole family, right? कहाँ जाके आए? काशी जाके आए, या द्वारका जाके आए, या वृंदावन जाके आए, and the whole family is happy because बाहर जाने को मिला, बाहर हम घूम रहे थे, but हमने कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस भी किया. So that is taken as a spiritual activity plus social activity, by our family members, right? So this is what it means at our level, if we do these things, it should be in line with the shastras, not breaking the four regulative principles, okay, and it should be controlled. ऐसा नहीं कि पूरा टाइम डूबे हुए हैं उसमें. We are not going to get carried away all by that. No. Does this make sense? Any questions on this?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. तो प्रभु जी टीवी देखने में, मतलब हम लोग टीवी जब देखते हैं तो भी तो हम लोग न्यूज़ वगैरह भी देख लेते हैं ना उसमें, और काफी सारे स्पिरिचुअल प्रोग्राम भी आते हैं. तो इसमें इसका मतलब है हम
today this cinema thing and TV thing is very complicated. Previously dramas होते थे. Generally वो dramas में रामलीला और महाभारत लीला ही होता था. Okay? और लोगों का सोशल एक्टिविटी क्या होता था कि दे यूज्ड टू लिव इन विलेजेस, राइट? सो ऑलमोस्ट एवरी विलेज का बड़ा बड़ा फंक्शन आता था. इन महाराष्ट्र इट वाज कॉल्ड जत्रा. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? ये विलेज का आज फेस्टिवल है, उसको क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में? साल में एक बार आता है या महीने में एक बार आता है. एक बड़ा मंदिर है, उसका फंक्शन होता है उस दिन. क्या कहते हैं मराठी में
उसको यात्रा ही कहा जाता है प्रभु जी, जैसे अभी जगन्नाथ यात्रा उड़ीसा का.
हाँ, वो यात्रा है, वो रथ यात्रा है, दैट्स फाइन. वो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ कि क्या बोल रहे कौन?
अन्नकूट टाइप।
अन्नकूट?
हाँ,
नहीं
टेम्पल
नहीं,
हैज
पहले क्या होता था ना कि एवरी विलेज वुड हैव सम फेस्टिवल और समथिंग, एनुअल फेस्टिवल, और ये कौन सा भी फेस्टिवल ले लो, कौन सा भी फेस्टिवल ले लो, ये
प्रभु जी होली
उगाड़ी,
का फेस्टिवल हुआ, होली फेस्टिवल हुआ,
होली फेस्टिवल, हाँ राइट।
सब मकर
तो ऑल
संक्रांति,
दीज थिंग्स ना, हाँ
मकर संक्रांति,
राइट 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 राइट, या दिवाली, दशहरा, ये सब। सी, इसमें ना स्पिरिचुअल एक्टिविटी भी था और सोशल एक्टिविटी भी था, यू गेटिंग? So previously, all these things were combined, or people would not break four rigid principles. You getting? अभी क्या हो रहा है ना कि people in the name of vacation and sporting and social activity, they are breaking four rigid principles, especially meat eating and alcohol. Like we may see, sometimes people may say, "Arey," like one time I'll tell you, I went to Tirupati. Now in the top of Tirupati, alcohol, everything is not allowed. You see, but somehow some people will smuggle it and will have on the top of the mountain ki are Tirupati mein, they will take alcohol, and so like this kind of things are happening, which is wrong actually. So my point of meaning is, in the TV and movie sections, right, we have to be careful of what we are choosing. Okay, not every serial can be chosen, not every movie can be chosen to be watched. So unfortunately, that is the situation that we are in. So so yeah, it's a tough call, ये टीवी और सिनेमा के ऊपर, but otherwise every other thing na, sports and social activity, you can club it. Like sometimes family members want to go a little far and all that, so sometimes devotees take them to Haridwar or something, उसमें natural beauty भी देखने को मिल जाता है, ठीक है, and भगवान के दर्शन भी हो जाते हैं, like that. And sometimes devotees take their children everything to drama instead of cinema, na, they take them to drama, because sometimes drama is much better than cinema. Okay, if the drama is a good drama, okay, first of all it's a good drama, then you can take that to drama, like that. TV में you don't have much options actually, मैं seriously बोलता हूँ, TV में ज़्यादा options नहीं है, most of it is breaking four regulative principles only, so it is a little complicated over there. Okay, so we'll finish with the 20th one, philosophical search for absolute truth, rejection of useless research of philosophical topics like sex, life, etc., research into nature of soul by philosophical discussion. See, बहुत सारी philosophy है, there are a lot of philosophies in the world, but we will reject all of that and we'll focus on the philosophy that are there in the Shastras, especially Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. That philosophy we will be more interested, rather than all other kind of philosophy, where people are talking so many things, altruism, socialism, ye wo, Marxism and all that, and here pe even sex life also, we won't be interested in all that. We will be interested in Ramayana, Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam, like that. Okay, so let's open up for some questions or comments. Any questions or comments? Any questions, comments? Okay, so